Hi, so today I want to do something a little bit different, just trying out some different things on my channel. And today I want to talk about kind of a bunch of upcoming movies for really the whole year, and I'm not really going to focus on anything. I just kind of want to see what's coming out, and maybe you could tell me what you think of it, or, just try this, see how it goes. So I'm going to pretty much start at what Internet Movie Database lists coming out at the end of the year, working back to now, let you know what I'm interested in, and if there's one that I'm really interested in, I might let you know a little more, and then as they get closer, I'll talk about them more. So first of all, we got one coming out called Hunter Killer. I think that's enough said right there. I just don't know why somebody would name a movie Hunter Killer. It's kind of a strange name, if you ask me. This one, I was actually talking to my wife about this one earlier today, and I don't know. We were both kind of like, well, is it really worth it? But it's from Judd Apatow, and it's called This Is 40, which it's kind of supposed to be a sequel to Knocked Up, where it's gonna have Paul Rudd, Leslie Mann, Jason Segel, and Melissa McCarthy, but it doesn't have Seth Rogen or Katherine Heigl, which you would think if they were going to do like a video in the future of what happened in Knocked Up, you would think it would be about those two, not about the other married couple. So I don't know. I think Judd Apatow movies are funny. I think Paul Rudd is hilarious when he's in the right movies. I think he does a lot of these kind of Judd Apatow comedies, which he's really good in, and he does a lot of those kind of chick flicks, which I don't think are as good. But I definitely am interested in this. Hopefully they'll get a preview for that out. The Hobbit. I know a lot of people are very excited for that and are anticipating that, but I'm not. So, but that is supposed to release this year. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on. Sorry, I just have to switch pages here. Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn 2. I'm sure some people will be excited about that. Definitely not me. We got a new 007, Skyfall, with Daniel Craig again as 007. I'm not sure if I've even seen any of the Daniel Craig ones. Maybe I think I did see Casino Royale, but I haven't really. I'm not a big James Bond fan. I haven't seen very many of them. Maybe only one or two. Red Dawn looks like a remake, possibly, of the movie Red Dawn, which I'm not familiar with. I'm not sure if I have ever seen it. So, another Seth Rogen movie, Guilt Trip. They don't really have any information about that, so I won't get into it, but it is another Seth Rogen movie, and I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen. Paranormal Activity 4. I mean, is any surprise? I mean, they could at least leave a little time between the movies. You don't have to do one every year, and I know the problem is that the Paranormal Activity franchise has been so successful. They're so easy to make. I mean, it's not like it takes anything to make them. You could probably make almost a movie in a day with just a camera and people sitting around doing nothing. So, I mean, they're big money makers, and so you can understand the studio wanting to make them, but then it just gets old and stale really fast. But, I'll probably go see it, and I'll probably buy it when it comes out. So, I'm just as bad as everyone else, but I would rather see a little bit of time between them, because then they could stretch it out instead of like, oh yeah, we're gonna just keep putting these out till you're sick of it, and then we're not gonna make it anymore. But definitely go see that in October. Frankenweenie. I don't know what the heck that is. I think it's like a spoof, maybe. No, maybe not. It's from Tim Burton. I'm not sure what that's about. I saw this one too yesterday, and I didn't understand. Hollywood's obsessed now with the remakes and the sequels, but they're gonna make a Taken 2, or they've already made, or whatever. I don't know. It's coming out this year. Taken 2. It's gonna have Liam Neeson in it again, and it took me a really long time to see the first one. I didn't really know what it was about. I'd heard it was really good, and my mom was like, "Oh yeah, we should watch this." So I watched it with my mom, and it was actually a really good movie. And I don't understand why it needs a sequel. I think it was good enough on its own. Why mess it up? But they're gonna make a sequel coming out this year, and this one is is like the biggest shock in the history of shocks, I guess. But Dredd, which is spelled D-R-E-D-D, like Judge Dredd, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. It calls it in a violent futuristic city where the police have the authority to act as judge, jury, and executioner. A cop teams up with a trainee to take down a gang that deals the reality altering drug slow-mo. Starring Carl Urban. So I'm pretty sure that means it's supposed to be from Judge Dredd. Not necessarily a sequel, but I think there's like a whole Judge Dredd world or whatever, so I just like the first one with it even had Sylvester Stallone, and it was like such a disappointment and a flop. Like why would they revisit that? Maybe they think now the world is finally ready for a good Judge Dredd movie. I don't know. Okay, and I didn't hear about this one either till just recently, but another Resident Evil Retribution, again starring Mila Jovanovic. I think all of the Resident Evils have been pretty high quality. They've been, man, I remember the first one came out like when I was in high school, so they've been coming out for a while, and but I haven't seen the last one yet. I wanted to get it in 3D, and I never got it. I just haven't even seen it yet. I don't know. I don't even really know what it's about. I mean, sometimes those things just get a little bit confusing because they're trying to, weave in and out with the games, and I don't know. It's just a zombie movie. I like it. Let's see. We're getting close here to Expendables 2. Now, Expendables 1, I felt really was a decent movie. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. But I kind of felt like it was also a little bit of a letdown. And you've heard me recently, and I'm going to be talking about more movies like this here in the near future, where they're just kind of like this huge buzz, all this anticipation, and then once you see them, it's not necessarily that it's a bad movie. I mean, the Expendables movie was in no way a bad movie, but it wasn't worth the hype. It wasn't, what they said it was going to be. We all thought it was going to be like this non-stop action, like crazy blood and guts everywhere. But most of these guys are kind of old, and there was action and it was exciting, but it just wasn't. You thought it was going to be non-stop fighting, and it just wasn't. And so I think going into Expendables 2, I'm going to have a little more realistic vision of what the movie's going to be, maybe. And so maybe I will enjoy this one more if it's as good, just because I'm not expecting it. I don't know what's going on. Expecting it to be as great as I expected the first one. Now, one problem too the first one also had was that they said Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis were both in it, and if you've seen it, they're in one scene talking, and it's really not. You really can't say they're in it. I mean, they build them as like right at the front of the trailer, and that's always disappointing. Now, the second one, I'm just gonna go over some of the cast real quick. You got Bruce Willis again. Hopefully he's in it more. Jason Statham, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hopefully Arnold will be in it more. I think that'll make it a lot better movie. Sylvester Stallone. You got the newcomer Jean-Claude Van Damme, who I haven't really seen in anything in a while. I haven't seen any of his movies in forever. Jet Li. Now, this is the best one right here. Chuck Norris. I hope he's the star of the movie. Terry Crews, Dolph Lundgren, and a whole bunch of other people still, really, but those are the main people I know. The one thing I'm concerned about is the Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris. They're kind of billing them again as stars of the movie, and I'm just curious how much they'll be in it. Same with Arnold and Bruce Willis. I think it'll be good if they have significant roles, and I'll definitely be excited for Chuck Norris, and I'm definitely going to take the day off, and I'm going to see this the day it comes out. It's one of my most anticipated movies of 2012. And then you got Total Recall, which, I don't know, everyone told me it was a remake, but watching it seems like a similar story, but watching the preview, it just did not seem like the same movie. It doesn't see him go to Mars or anything, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But I don't think that movie will be terrible. I think it'll be a very interesting movie. You got The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, who isn't looking forward to that? I haven't even seen the preview yet, though, and I'm not sure what it's about, but this is supposed to be the last movie in the Dark Knight series. Christian Bale playing Batman. I don't know if this will be his last Batman movie or what. It's also going to have Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think either way, it's going to be a great movie. It'll be hard to top The Dark Knight, though. And so then we got Ted, which looks pretty interesting. I'll be doing a little more in depth on that pretty soon. It's from Seth MacFarlane, and it has Mark Wahlberg and a stuffed bear who, like, he wishes to life when he's a kid, but then he's like an adult and he still has it. But the thing I didn't understand, I just saw the preview for that, and I didn't understand because, like, nobody questions, like, hey, that's a stuffed bear, and he's got a job, and he's like, he's hitting on girls, and it's like, what? And nobody even cares. And I think it's gonna be funny though. Seth MacFarlane is extremely funny. We got the new Amazing Spider-Man reboot, which I don't know. I mean, did they make Spider-Man movies before Tobey Maguire? Because if they did, I've never seen them. It just seems like so soon to already reboot, and you know, I could still watch some more Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies easily. I don't understand the point in that. I don't think anybody does. But, you know, I'll probably see it eventually. I don't know that I'll see it in the theaters. The new G.I. Joe, also going to have Bruce Willis and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That one looks very interesting. Well, the first one was pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember it that well. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that one. I think it'll be good. I'm really not familiar with the G.I. Joe cartoon. I remember when I was a kid I had the toys, but I don't really know the cartoons, so I am interested though. And then they got this one. I just saw the preview for this one. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, and it stars Steve Carell, and I think Steve Carell is really just one of the funniest people out there, and I like almost everything he's done. I mean, ever since 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's like I can't get enough of him. He should be in everything, basically. But the world's ending, and everyone knows it, and it's kind of like, what would you? And it's a comedy. It's listed as comedy, drama, romance, sci-fi, and it's kind of just like, well, what would you do if you knew the world was ending? And there's this one sheet where they one scene where they show people going to work, and they're like, okay, who wants to be CEO? Because like nobody cares anymore. The world's ending. Like 5 people showed up to work. And I think it'll be kind of funny. Probably be a little serious too in some parts. That's alright. And I'm not going to talk about this movie, but I thought this was another just extremely funny title for a movie. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Just let that soak in there. That's got to be the greatest movie ever. And then we got That's My Boy with Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg. I just did a video talking about that one. So if you'd like to hear more about that one, it's on my channel right now, and we're getting there towards the end here. Piranha 3 Double D. I don't know how they can make a sequel to Piranha. Did anybody even watch that movie? I mean, I have it, but I mean, it wasn't popular. Chernobyl Diaries, I just saw the preview for that one. It's basically like a found footage, and it even, let me see, I can't tell what it says. It's from the creator of Paranormal Activity. Now it's like the creator of Paranormal Activity is just going to do all found footage movies. Basically, these people go to Chernobyl on like a extreme vacation or adventure, and then like their car gets destroyed or something, and then they like start seeing all this really strange stuff, and then it's kind of like a horror movie, but I think it'll be pretty decent. And then we got Men in Black 3. I've never been a big fan of the Men in Black series. You know, I don't know. It'll probably be okay. I mean, Will Smith movies are usually pretty good. The Dictator with Sacha Baron Cohen. I don't know. When I first saw these previews, I just didn't understand the movie, and then I saw a preview recently where it's like he gets like kidnapped and shaved his beard off, and nobody knows who he is anymore. So he's like just going around New York or wherever he is, just trying to get by. And he's like, "Oh, can I borrow $10 million and all this stuff?" Because he's used to having everything since he's a dictator. Now he has nothing. Has John C. Reilly, so I love John C. Reilly. So probably be worth watching just for that. He looks kind of more like a serious role, though. Like he's the straight man. And of course we got the Avengers. If you're big into comic books, you'll probably be big into this movie. I still haven't even seen Iron Man 2. I know it's pretty lame, but I don't know. I'll probably watch this eventually, but I won't be in any big hurry to watch it, for sure. We got Bernie with Jack Black. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. I don't know that I'll see it. It says it's limited, so maybe it's like an independent movie. Not sure, but I think 5-Year Engagement with Jason Segel. Jason Segel's really funny. You know, could be alright. I don't really know anything about it. I think that is about it for movies that I think are interesting, or I think you might be interested in. You know, if there's some other movies that you're interested in, let me know. If you like any of these movies that I talked about, you're excited about them, let me know. Like I said, this is just through the end of 2012, what's supposed to come out, and what I'm interested in, like I said, and thanks for watching.